All right, guys, welcome back. So TSLA today in the market, the biggest loser, one of the biggest losers overall market was pretty much snoozy, but Tesla is down 5%, and especially the big news because Friday going into long weekend, it didn't have a reason to sell off the way it did today because overall market was calm, but what happened overnight was they dropped prices, and that's the only news that we had. Basically, they dropped Model S, Model Model X prices with 15 to 90% in US all trim levels. So that was the biggest news before market, and what to watch from here for TSLA. Because on Monday, if we take a look at this chart, you can see we did have basically actually Tuesday, and overall market did run pretty nicely, and so did Tesla, and Tesla was the biggest gainer at that moment, and it was basically hovering around this 50-day moving average. This yellow line on my chart represents 50-day simple moving average, and it did close yesterday above it. 2 days before that it was acting as a resistance, and today right at that level couldn't stay above it, flushed right below. So now we do have this breakout level of 240 I'm watching as a support, but even $200 slips, 240 slips, if it does go lower than that, we have some support around 230, and then below we have basically not much of a support in this range, 215, 220, and we have a gap here. Maybe it will fill the gap, but at that point I will be watching 200-day moving average red line right here as a support if we do see some more profit taking, because Tesla year to date is still up 100%, and it's one of the top 5, I believe, most gainers in S&P 500. But this week, if you take a look at the heat map, what's the performance, you'll see that TSLA 2.6% still weak this week, managed to close positive. But if you take a look at the year-to-date performance of S&P 500 components, you will see Tesla probably third biggest gainer. So the best performing name, Nvidia, and then Meta, and then Tesla. So if people start taking profit in seasonally slightly volatile, I don't want to say weak, September, but September usually averages, I believe, somewhere around like 0.5% to 1.5% down month. But if that happens, I see basically I'm watching Tesla possibly giving back all the way to this 200-day moving average, which is $200. So that would be around 17% drop. But that's what I'm watching. So right here, right now, momentum is still to the upside. If you take a look at this trend for the past 10 trading sessions, still in an uptrend. But if you take a look at the 50-day moving average, yellow line, just zoom in and take a look, it's downtrending, right? It's moving sideways but slightly downtrending. 20-day moving average, this blue line right here, is in a downtrend, but 100-day and 200-day, I mean, these are slow movers. They're in an uptrend, but ultra short term, I'm basically watching Tesla to the downside if it cannot go right back above this 50-day moving average, where a lot of supply is. Basically in this region right here, in this zone, there's a lot of supply basically got trapped right here right now. If you take a look at this zone from 260 all the way to 280, even if it tries to bounce right back into that, I would expect this stock basically chop around. So that's what I'm watching for TSLA. I will be watching these support levels, 240 first, and then I will be watching 230. And then if it loses 230, I see no reason why it wouldn't come test 200-day moving average. So that's the update for TSLA. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.